Nice, it saved the settings this time. Okay, cool. Oh, also Sunday morning, you know, I said I would try and switch the feeding of the cats. So I went on Sunday morning. It was pretty much 6 a.m. before the daylight was up, but the sun was not yet above you know, building levels. It was still hot, but it was so much more manageable than at 8 p.m. And the cats were all there, so that was really cool. They took a bit of time to come. T2 was sleeping on the spot. Yui took like a minute to come out, and Piero showed up a little later on, but I guess he must have heard me. No, actually, Naya didn't show up, but that's the least concerning of them all, because she doesn't eat a lot of wet food and has zero problems eating dry food. So if she's not there when I am there to give wet food, that's not as bad as with T2, for example. Because I just refilled the bowls, which they really didn't like. There were 2 of the 3 dry food bowls that were still almost full, and they had barely touched the water. So this also showed me that they are obviously trying their best to move as less the least possible to conserve their energy. Oh boy, what the hell? Did that actually? Huh. Oops. Oh, that's what happens when you use the special power. Dang. Well, it shouldn't be disrupting their schedule too much, because that's also what drew me to try that, because during the week I went to do the groceries, and I crossed paths with a couple cats at around, it was like 8, I guess. It wasn't yet like super hot, and so I was like, yeah, they must be out, as long as it's not like stiflingly hot, which makes sense. So they will very probably welcome being fed at this time rather than when it's way hotter. I guess it's impacting the hedgehogs the most, because then they went back to their nests when daytime comes, but they still can use the water and the dry food, and also they are like completely wild animals, so they're not supposed to rely on me to feed them anyway, so I'm sure they'll do just fine without wet food for a few weeks. Bing. Oh boy. So I'm starting here with the same weapon I had chosen during the run where the stream was cut. So I'm not sure it's out of coincidence or if it's because I'm actually starting the same run. Because it's also the layout from... Yeah, see? This is supposed to be a roguelite. That's why I'm saying I'm not sure where this is, because we've seen this cutscene. That's where he offers me to get the box. Yeah, so I guess I'm restarting the first run I was doing after the introduction. Yeah. This game feels a little bit like Dead Cells with mechs. I guess it's one of the best ways to describe it. Oh, is that a new one? Oh, I guess. Oh! So it's a roguelite. You play runs. If you die in the runs, you get currency to get permanent upgrades between runs. And then during the runs, you also get in-run upgrades. Is that making sense? Oh, find a secret door for the first time. Oh, there you go. Crit damage plus 20%. So yeah, that's one of these in-game upgrades. They get attached to your life bar. Maybe I should go back. Oh, well, there are two places I missed then. Oh yeah, because I started going in a different direction. Oof. Bam! Ouch. Oh! These things traverse the freaking... oh, what is that? Ray gun! Skill damage plus 30% against enemies with less than 50% HP. Crit damage plus 10% for 6 seconds. I mean, I guess. Oh. Weeks. Okay, I had missed a lot of the map actually. Holy crap. Oh boy. A little bit of healing with some money, so the different currencies are in the bottom right corner. The first one at the top are called scripts. So this is what you use to buy a different weapon. No. Not sure I remember actually. The green ones, the cubes that I have 56 of, to my knowledge so far, that's what you use to unlock the mechs. That's what I used to unlock the second mech. The last thing that I have 0 of is the crystals. They call it something crystal, and it's one for the permanent upgrades, and I have 3 SFTs, so they are literal NFTs that you use for some permanent upgrades as well. I don't remember saying that precisely, so I'm not sure. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, up to, because that's depending on how hot the day is, the night doesn't cool as much, and the main problem with having concrete everywhere, and that's why we need trees more than AC units, is that the more concrete there is in a city, the more it accumulates the heat from the sun during the day, right? Because the sun hits on the concrete, and the concrete accumulates this heat. And at night, because of the humidity, the heat that got encapsulated in the concrete reverberates back, and that's why from 5 p.m. onwards, the day doesn't cool off. It gets hotter, actually, because the heat that was in the concrete gets sent back to the air, and that's why it's been so brutal lately to go feed the cats at nighttime, because it's hotter at 9 p.m. than it is at 3 p.m. It's not the same heat, and obviously the sun is no longer there, but it's more stifling. And obviously the hotter it gets during the day, the hotter it gets at night as well. So if there is no air movement to shake the air up, it's just like the nighttime is just as brutal almost as daytime, minus the sun, but the air itself is just as bad. Places with a lot of asphalt, concrete buildings, and freeways absorb more of the sun's heat than areas with ample parks, rivers, and tree-lined trees. Yeah, exactly. At night, when temperatures are supposed to cool down, the retained heat is released back into the air. That's exactly what I was explaining, yeah. And this is what is the most damaging, in addition to using AI AC units that, yes, it cools down the room or the building you're in, but the air it uses to cool down this place or this room, it sends back 3 times higher in the air, in the outside air. So the addition to this and building place with concrete everywhere instead of trees reverberates that much heat in the air, and it's absolutely devastating worldwide. Like there's been recent town elections in France, and in my city, the guy who was mayor already got re-elected, and he chose to pretty much destroy a plaza that had been having a big fountain and trees for like years, decades. And instead they put, it's just like flat concrete. There's a bunch of like water sources that flip-flop in and out of it, and nothing else. It looks like the saddest thing ever, and there is not a single square of shade. And this epitomizes exactly what's happening on the planet, because this thing, with the temperatures we've got, I'm sure if you put one of those ground thermometers, it must be 60 degrees on this square now. You put trees instead, and it's 25 degrees, guaranteed. But trees take years to grow. Concrete is cheap. And the problem is that all political people have the same mindset, and well, the planet is burning down because of that. So yay. I mean, you know, when you walk a dog who starts having to flip-flop on his legs because the sidewalk is so burning hot that they can't walk on it, this is a sign that, you know, you need trees and not concrete. How much concrete and asphalt for the 600 field Google Center? I have no idea, but I'm not sure I want to know. Granted, this won't be in the open, so I'm sure this will be heavily air conditioned, because I'm sure this is gonna be insanely hot inside the building, so they're gonna have to try and cool it down as much as they can. And this cooling down is what is going to come out of the center, because they are anticipating a 2 to 9 Celsius increase in a 10 kilometers round area around the data center. 2 to 9 Celsius degrees increase. This is life altering, actually. This is probably going to change the fauna and flora around the data center. You know, like it has a specific scientific term, but that I can't remember right now. But yeah, it's probably gonna have a ridiculous impact if it comes to fruition, which I mean, I don't exactly anticipate not that thing happening. Oh, well, damn. Okay, never mind. I mean, if you remember Terminator 2, the future is the robots fighting the humans and the world in flames in the background. This might not be because of the war that the world will be in flames, you know? Just maybe from the data centers burning down everything. Yeah, exactly. I mean, people have been comparing this, the impact of data centers, because it's something that already has been documented, especially in the US, I think. And they have been comparing this to this movie with Julia Roberts. I'm sure you know the one. I can't remember what it's called, but it feels like this is this movie coming alive. Yeah, Erin Brockovich. Like, this feels, once again, like they took the script for this movie to build real life in 2020, in the 2020s. Because I remember vividly reading a publication where they were pretty much saying what I was just saying, and the predictions that they are doing for the future data center from a data center that they built somewhere in the US, where like the general atmosphere changed completely, and it was so much hotter, and the water around the data center was like highly poisoned or completely unlivable for the fish that used to live in it. Back again. Sometimes I think it would be so much better if I can be as simple as you. It would at least make things a little easier, right? But you don't have much choice. It is unfair for me to say that. But this is how the world goes. Not everyone can control their destiny. Well, just ignore the ramblings. You should thank Nico and Tristan. They helped create you. You know, I'm not good at killing. Hey, I mean, why the bitter face? Everything can be solved with a Belian. Oh yeah, that's this game that I says that all the time, and I still see I don't remember how you say it. If not, then 2 Belians. Oh, almost forget that guy. That stammerer talked too much since he came. I'm so sick of it. Though I told you not to bring strangers back, his so-called services might actually help. Well, he flatters too much, that's all. Hey, what are you talking about? I'm a decent businessman. That was still in the demo here. You can turn off the... Okay. You will not watch the TV. Yeah, it's crazy for sure. I hope this is not exponential, because, man, like, this could be very terrible at this rate in 2050 for sure. As close as 2050. Yeah, definitely. Yo, here you come. Well, your place looks good. Straight to the point. Let's talk about business. My services here are all worth buying. Mr. He appears at the camp. Oh yeah, so these are the permanent upgrades. His permanent upgrades. I don't have money, but I can buy this one, okay. At your service. Well, I don't have another one of these, so I'm gonna go see Nico. Oh, Crimson, that TV head is so annoying. I was talking about Belian. And he said we both are business people. I'm so mad. How dare you compare with me? I'm an artist. Art, does he know? That really pisses me off. Hey Crimson, how could you bring someone like that back? Okay, well, I don't have enough either. So I guess I'm on to my next run. That was still part of the demo here as well. Those few exchanges. Yeah, I guess this is only the first time you can get it. Boy. Man, you know what? Seeing the light coming out of this window in the game makes me think of the Rogue Prince of Persia for some reason. This is another roguelite game that I bought recently and I need to check. So many games. Whoa. New enemy here. And we still get daily news feeds like at least 117 dead dogs found in horrific scene at California no-kill shelter. Yeah. I mean, that's another big problem for sure, yeah. Wait until you start getting the news about the animals that die from heat exhaustion in farms, because that's what we're getting here in France. Like, the numbers are mind-numbing. Like, weapon XP plus 20. Oh. Wait, have I used it? Not sure. Yeah, and something else that I feel like people don't talk enough, and it's funny because I was thinking about this exact same thing coming back from the postal office the other day, and I logged on Facebook probably and found that the scientists are saying the exact same thing, and I'm not a scientist at all. Once again, I don't have the the brain set for science, but it's just it just makes common sense. Because I was thinking that the problem with AC units, you know, and putting them everywhere, is that it's a solution for us as human beings, but the animals, the wild animals, the farm animals, they are still out, and if the temperatures keep rising, they are going to die from not being able to handle the heat. And when that happens, everything collapses because we rely on the animals for food. At least, you know, the people who eat meat. And when that happens, it's the entire chain that collapses. Like, you can forget about milk products, you can forget about meat. If bees start dying from the heat, like, everything crumbles down. So the solution is not putting AC everywhere. We need a solution that is not that. And once again, the solution is trees. Because at some point, when everybody's food is gone, because, you know, animals keep dying because of the heat, that becomes even more of a problem. And that, I mean, this is just pure common sense. I'm sure meat companies and food companies will probably try and have scientists find a way to create food and meat out of, you know, petrol or some shit like this. 'Cause that would be the future as well, obviously, right? But I mean, this sounds gruesome, right? The rescue accepted dogs for hundreds of dollars, and in some cases thousands of dollars per dog, from shelters across California under the promise the animals would be cared for. Man. That sounds exactly what you know, shelters recommend individuals not to do, from stuff like, well, the equivalent of Craigslist, I guess, in France. You know, there's this site I sometimes buy secondhand games from, that they have ads for, you know, people who give away dogs as well. You know, under the promise of that the animal will be cared for. And rescues tend to try and dissuade people to go with these mediums, because then there's no traceability on the dog. You can never be sure that the person who's gonna get the animals is gonna look after them. So yeah, that sucks when a shelter does this, obviously. I guess we keep going down. Oh, what is that? Oh yeah. Oh, okay, so they give you options. They give you options to change weapon. You can only get one though, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So you either have the one or the other. Oh my gosh, wow. Holy crap. Yeah, that sounds dreadful for sure. What? Boink. Damn, this is a long one. Oh, it's only going down. Different, very different layout for from the first attempt. Oops. Yeah. I keep forgetting about this. Oh yeah, so okay, so those ones, I guess I understood what happens with those ones, because they don't get the red ones don't get added into the DNA thing on the right. Not that I've seen, at least. I guess what happens is that, but I should have, man, I should have had this one, I guess. They get added to your basic abilities for the mech. So you, because I saw it at the base camp. Well, I'm gonna go for this one. And then I can't afford it. Oh. Oh-ho. Oh, there was something on the right? Damn. What is this? Challenge room? Oh boy. We will take over Dulce. Tell everyone to stand by. No one leaves without permission. This is the first boss. The base has not received any order from the superior. This is confidential. I don't have to explain anything to bottom levels like you. Execute total core refactoring program. What the hell is that? Remove his guard. Execute core refactoring program now. Until the task is completed, your code will be Smasher. Open TN's black box. Okay, so I guess we intruded on the first boss. Well, black box. Well, I mean, it doesn't sound like they were caring for them in any ways, right? So killing them in an inhuman way. Just seems kind of logical for people like these, I guess. Hey, dude. I mean, you saw that, right? That's got to mess you up. I don't want to freak you out, but you'll be damned if they find you. I saw it with my own eyes. It's like they have a controller. Just press a button and everyone will be under the control. Yeah, forget it. So creepy. But don't worry, I'll keep it a secret for you. You know, I'm tight-lipped. Of course, if you're gonna help me get out of there, then I would definitely have no chance to snitch, right? Repairman head, okay. Yeah, that wasn't part of the demo. Maybe crossing that threshold was where the demo ended. I didn't see that this was continuing here. There is... I think there's one of the collectibles that I couldn't take. Oh no, that's the weapon, never mind. Do 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 do. Ooh. Oops. Do 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 do. Oy, oy, oy. Cool down in process. Oh. Oh, dang. Ah, 5:45. This is the time when the cicadas do resume their singing. The normal time, these past few days at least. But not at freaking 1:30 in the morning. They didn't used to do that for the past few days. Oh my god. Yep. Can I get... Nice, okay. Some refill indeed. Yoo-hoo. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, that was the mini boss that killed me on my first run. The hell? Oh! What? I could reach the first boss first try in the demo. Oh, god damn. If you need weapons, go to Nico, but she won't give away for free. Though I advised her to be generous, but after all, they belong to her, right? Or she's just being a rebel. Right, if you find Dulce base too hard, try that special switch in your body. It'll set you free from the ordinary bounds, but everything comes with a price. Don't hang your hat on it. The fuck is that supposed to mean? They received over 900 animals since January, and thus far I can only account for just over 100. Oh my gosh. Man. Yeah, at least they will probably go to jail in the US. In France, they wouldn't even go to jail for this. France has got to have one of the most I don't know how to say that in English, but lax, is that a word? And does that make sense in English? Yeah, the French Justice Department, it has to be one of the most or like least punishing. That's what I'm trying to say. On the entire planet. And once again, obviously, you know, it has a lot of negatives, and I just cannot understand how that's possible. And it's making more and more and more and more people very frustrated and angry and prone to self sentence. Well, you know, like avenging themselves, I guess. Lax is a word. Yeah, okay. I mean, I know that lax is a word, but I wasn't sure if it had this meaning in English. Yeah, I don't think... I mean... They might get... Man, I don't know the terms in English for... a suspended sentence, I guess? You know, like where you get... Let's say you get a year or two in prison, but you don't actually do them. You do them only if you are sentenced again for a subsequent crime. Is that what it's called? Like suspended sentence? Because I'm sure that's what would happen in France. Yeah, so like getting someone to actually get a jail sentence in France takes murder or rape, and even then they take like, I mean, you kill someone in France and you get 5 years in prison. You get out of prison halfway through for good behavior. And there's actually something in the French Justice Department that you have in the US that seem absurd to us because it leads to completely unfeasible sentences, actually. But you cannot be sentenced in France for the same crime multiple times. So say someone raped a man, obviously, raped 10 women. I guess in America this would be sentenced. Each rape would be sentenced to its own sentence, and this leads to to one of these accumulations of jail sentences that sometimes makes it so that one person gets jailed or sentenced for like 400 years. I've seen that. You can't do that in France. If you, let's say someone has raped 28 women, the person is still going to be sentenced for raping, but it doesn't take into account the number of rapes, which leads to ridiculously low sentences. And it's, oh my god. Yeah, that is like, your system is crazy because it puts people to jail for amounts of time that is not humanly possible. So we see that as, silly. But then our system is the complete reverse. It's like nobody in this country gets sentenced to proper amounts of time anymore. And every time it's the casualties that get another sentence for life. It's awful. Definitely, yeah. Yeah, in the US, if you kill 7 people, you might get 7 life terms, basically. In France, if you kill 7 people, you're gonna get 10 years. That's it. Because they don't count the number of people, and then I don't think anybody get life term anymore in this country. So yeah, I let you imagine how much impact this has on potential criminals of all kinds. Because this is not the right message to send, you know? So it's no wonder, you know, that the people who celebrate the PSG winning the Euro whatever cup set the streets on fire, because they know they won't get anything, you know. The Oklahoma City bomber, I might have heard about it, but yeah, I'm not sure. Sentenced over 150 life sentences, but see, like, obviously, I mean, it sounds silly because, like, what's the point? So I guess France probably prides itself into, for once, not doing something that the US does, something stupid that the US does, but then they go in the very opposite direction, and it doesn't make more sense. Yeah, I mean, I get that. But I mean, can you imagine, like, because there's a very famous singer, French singer, who's been accused by 38 women, I think, at this point, of sexual assault, rape, blah blah, throughout his career. One of them started accusing him, and then a whole onslaught of accusations started going. And a person like this, for example, is going to be prosecuted for these 38 sexual assaults and rape accusations, and if they're found guilty of all of them, let's say there's like 20 rapes and 18 sexual assaults, well, the 20 rapes will be considered as a single one. So they will be sentenced and judged according to a single rape. How can this work? This is crazy. Yeah, exactly. But this is not how it works here. Which, yeah, I mean, I can understand that it's ridiculous to you. It sounds ridiculous to me. I mean, there's a lot of things that don't make sense in this country, unfortunately, which is probably true for every country as well, I guess, depending on which side of the country you're on, but yeah. And what is crazy is that I don't understand. It seems that they don't even want to change the laws, and I don't understand why. What's the? Because the only message it's sending is that the people making the laws are part of, you know, those criminals. That's the only message you can get out of it, right? Who would not want to protect their citizens, their kids, their daughters, their wives of all the male criminals out there? It's because you are one of them. I don't understand how this could be any other way. He's busy now. Well, damn. Oh no, yeah, that's only where I came out. I come out of. If I want to change, yeah, I need to go here in this module. So exclusive evolution. See, that's where I think that's where I unlocked this smashing fist, restore 2 HP each time you hit an enemy. I think that's where it gets stored, not in the DNA thing on the right of the screen. Alright, I'm gonna continue playing with this one for now. To me, I can create anything with chip blueprint. But compared with the strange things created by the geezer, I prefer... of course, I don't mean you. Whatever, you bring me much more interesting things. Alright, so I can buy the... Oh, okay, so you have these weapons. You don't choose... When you start a new run, you don't choose your weapon. It gets randomly attached to you. But so far, it's only gonna be one of these 5 ones until I buy the other ones, and then I guess there are 3 that are locked somehow. Oh, they must be related to other mechs, maybe. Doesn't it feel good to consume? It depends, I guess. Well, let's try the... Oh wow, you use it as... You can use it as a shield? Okay. They should get the punishment 20 times over, but he won't. And that's how we have people here who have been sentenced like 20 times over different crimes, who are still you know, out in the wild because they run their small sentence and then they committed another crime and ran their small sentence, and so on and so forth. Sometimes all they get are suspended sentences. So they, well, I mean, I guess you can't, I'm not even sure how this works actually, but I mean, I've heard of so many criminals that have been sentenced for so many things before, and they get arrested for something, and you realize they've been arrested like 20 times before, and you're like, but why is this person still not in prison? How is this possible? Like, this happens especially with what's it called, DUI stuff, when you drive drunk, right, or without a license. Like, you hear of people in France who have who have been judged for DUI like 10, 15 times before, and they never get jailed because the crime is not important enough. So they're still driving, you know, and potentially killing people. I mean, I guess you discover it the one time they kill someone, that they've been judged 15 times before for the same thing, and that they were still driving. And I was like, God, Not only is it once, but if there are multiple other infractions, the courts cap it at the maximum legal limit of the single most serious offense. So basically all the other crimes don't count. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Yeah, so that's exactly what I'm saying. The singer, he's probably gonna be judged for rape. Because I guess there's been multiple types of sexually related crimes. So I guess it's going to range from like simple sexual harassment to sexual assault to actual rape. And they will be judged for one rape when there are 38 women who have accused him officially, by the way. 38 different files. Can you get like... And he's one of the most famous French singers. So I'm sure, you know, he's gonna have the best lawyer possible. I'll be surprised if he... I will be surprised if he's sentenced to more than 5 years, and I will be surprised if he actually takes anything but suspended sentences. I will be very surprised. This is how bad the Justice Department is in this country. And you see this on a daily basis for all sorts of things. And yeah, it is maddening to a lot of people at this point. That is the exact word for sure. And I mean, you can't blame people for sure. Gold is the purest thing in this world, but human nature is filthy. Well, you got that right. Alright. Are we gonna be able to make it to the boss? I can't believe how hot this still is. This is so much worse than yesterday. Oh, this is a completely melee-oriented weapon, by the way. It is even worse, apparently. Probably, yeah. If an individual is sentenced by different courts for multiple offenses committed before a final judgment, yeah, it generally gets very complicated as well, because you can appeal to everything. So let me sure I'm reading this right. If an individual is sentenced by different courts for multiple offenses, which, like, this already baffles me. This is even possible, but okay. Before a final judgment, confusion des peines is enacted, which combines the separate punishments into a single consolidated sentence that does not exceed the highest maximum penalty applicable. Which a sentence never, ever, ever, ever reaches the highest maximum penalty applicable. It never does. If the highest maximum penalty applicable is like 20 years, you can be sure that the person is gonna take 10 or 15. They will never get 20. To my recollection, I have never ever seen the highest maximum penalty applicable being applied. Never ever. So it's another thing that's like, why set any number if you never use them? I just will never understand the Justice Department in this country. And it's been getting worse over the 4 decades that I've been alive, because they've become more and more lax with the sentences, because there are too many people in prison and they have to have them in prison, on rotation or until they die. So they tend to give shorter sentences so that there's actual turnover in the prisons. Once again, it's probably the same everywhere, because I guess criminality only goes up on the entire planet, apart from like a few places maybe. But that's not a solution. I mean, like, once again, this sends the wrong message. You tell me if this is working. The primary goal of French sentencing is rehabilitation and reintegration into society. The system treats long prison terms as counterproductive, believing they harden criminals rather than fixing them. So what do you want me to tell you? If I think this statement is working? The primary goal of French sentencing. I love how they're wording this as if this is the French, the French touch. The primary goal of French sentencing is rehabilitation and reintegration into society. There are cases where people reintegrate themselves, but to be fair, I don't think society helps them reintegrate, but I think most criminals don't want to reintegrate. I think, there's been studies like this. This is not just me saying this. This is documented, short-term sentences are just workshops for criminals to get better at what they do. This has been documented. So I don't think this helps most people reintegrate. They're not integrated to begin with, and they don't want to integrate anyways. And because of the way the system is, they know that if they don't integrate ever, they don't really fear anything, you know? They just will go back to jail. That's it. Pfft, big deal. For most of these people, that doesn't mean anything. That's the issue. Is that there's no threat of anything, pretty much. So they don't care. They don't give a shit. Yeah, the maintain social order without destroying the individual. Yeah, sure. You mean, so are you asking if the translation is working then? Maintain social order without destroying the individual. Well, I guess there are things that I'm not gonna say on stream, because you never know, but understand what you what you can or what you will. But yeah, like I was just saying, most criminals don't feel like they need to fear anything from this country because there's no threat for them. At best, at worst, you get jailed to prison for a few years. You come out halfway through your sentence and then you're free to start again. That's when you actually go to jail. So once again, I don't think this sends the right message. You know, it's like a mother warning her kid not to do something, and they count to 3, and at 3 nothing happens. That's the exact same. Like, I have a very telling example as well. You know, we have bins for glass, because glass is recycled a certain way, as I'm sure it is in the US as well. And at some point in time, they started putting posters on the glass bins that if you put your glass trash outside the bin, you could be sentenced to like 1,500 euros. I think you could be fined to 1,500 euros. And I saw that poster and I was like, dude, this is never going to happen. Don't make empty threats. Nobody cares. The police is never going to come to arrest someone because they put 2 freaking glass bottles next to the bin instead of inside it. But the problem is that they do this on every level possible. Oh, you risk being taken to jail for 20 years and you get 5 years suspended. Oh, you risk 15,000 euros. You risk being fined 15,000 euros and you never are. This is not how this is supposed to work. Because then nobody cares. Nobody feels threatened. And the people who, you know, are prone to misbehaving and being unlawful, committing crimes and stuff, well, that's an open door for them. I can do whatever I want. First, I need to be taken. And then, even if I'm taken, I don't risk much, actually. So, YOLO. And that's also how you end up, you know, with so many political people being taken to justice for, well, sexual assault, money laundering, fraud, you name it. Because this is true for, you know, criminals from the suburbs and stuff, but this is true for everybody in this country. Nobody feels threatened by anything except, you know, maybe their self morals or their self limits or their self respect and respect over other people. But yeah, the majority of people don't have any of these, unfortunately. So yeah, like, I've always been baffled by, and I mean, this is not, you know, something recent or new. Just the same, I have never believed in religion or politics. I've always been baffled by the way justice is done in this country. I mean, for as long as I can remember, I've always been like, what the fuck is this? This also, which also tells you this has always been like this, you know. And I mean, I'm not the first, I'm not the only one, you know, in this case where I'm baffled and I'm angry and frustrated at the Justice Department. But once again, I guess the only thing that it shows is that the people who make the laws and the people who make the rules don't want these rules and these laws to change because they take advantage of it. Otherwise, they would have changed them long ago. But it doesn't benefit them, so. I mean, don't go falling into the rabbit hole of the French justice system, though, because I think you're probably it's probably only going to be a recipe for depression. I wouldn't recommend it. Well, I guess that's fine if I don't go up there. I'm gonna have to check the map pretty often, it seems. Meaty meat. Yo. Oh, this was a dead end over there. Okay. It's a little crazy to me to think, let's try to save the person committing the heinous act rather than justice for the one who the heinous act was delivered upon. Yeah, there's more and more people who think this way. Because, like I said, the worst is that because we can't keep so many criminals for such long sentences in prison because there's not enough room for them, the sentences get reduced and reduced and reduced over the years. So it's even worse. It makes it even worse because, like, sometimes I swear there are people who kill other people who, like, I'm probably not going to get the facts straight, but I think there was a couple who was judged for, like, literally torturing a woman to death recently, and they got I think it was a couple who did that, and I think the guy got 8 years firm, and his wife got 4 years, I think, something like this. And I mean, you can imagine the reaction of everybody, but especially the family. This was a young woman, like she was like 27 or something, and they tortured her to death. Like, and I'll spare the details, but it was, I mean, this was pure torture. I mean, right? So yes, this gets more and more absurd, because there are, like, a drunk driver kills someone with their car and they get sentenced for 2 years. It's reaching this point. Obviously, yeah, this drives people mad because this could happen to anyone. And it happens more and more, obviously, because, you know, like I said, the people who are prone to being criminals or driving drunk, or you can think of anything. It, like, and driving drunk is not, I mean, once again, this could happen to anyone, you know. You just have to, it's the individual that has to stop himself or herself from drinking more, but this could happen to anyone. But the message it's sending is what matters. Because, like, at some point, it's like, well, you can kill someone and get sentenced for 2 years. And man, yeah, this is brutal for sure. which also has led many people, because I'm sure you've heard that France is supposedly the country of human rights, and more this has led people to say that France has become the country of criminals, actually, rights. Because that's what it feels like most of the time. I mean, in these kind of situations. I won't even start about animal violence, because there's no, the animals have no rights. That's why I was saying, the situation with the 700 plus dogs missing or having been killed. If it was in France, they would probably pay a fine, close the shelter, and that would probably be it. Ah, shit, goddamn. Ooh. That dude is strong. And also, something that drives people mad. I don't know how actually this is in the U.S., but it's the time it takes for procedures to happen. I was reading the other day about some woman who accused somebody of raping her 10 years ago, and it still hasn't been processed. So once again, it's like that. I guess that's another downside of having so many crimes in the country now, is that it takes longer and longer and longer for the judgments to happen. Is this the live-in nanny case? The live-in nanny case. I'm not sure. What does it say? Skill damage plus 40% against enemies of full HP. Well, I can buy several ones here. Oh, yeah. Once again, just as a reminder, keep in mind that I feel like any time the stream could go down. So if we're in the middle of a discussion or a question, the answer could have to wait as a whisper or something like that later on. 60% chance to restore HP equal to the amount of script you collected. Oh, that sounds like fun. Oh, yeah. So this might be it. Yeah, because like I said, this was one of the most gruesome things I've heard about in recent years. So yeah, I don't blame you for not wanting to read anymore. I think there was another case who another woman was raped and tortured by someone, but she didn't die. She was a young woman as well. So maybe I'm confusing both cases, but that was like within the last year or within the last couple years. She didn't die. She was left for dead by the assaulter, the person who assaulted her. And yeah, same thing. I think the person was sentenced to 10 or 15 years maybe, which and she had the woman who got raped has permanent casualties from, like, she won't be able to have kids for example. So 10 to 15 years for the guy who did it, while she has to live with it her entire life and suffers lifelong consequences from that. It's not enough. It's obviously not enough. I mean, there's nothing that can be enough, actually, but oh yeah, there's no, in my mind, there's no question about that. People like these should be, they should be put in a real life Arc Raiders situation and be put with those rats, that enjoy the game so much these days. Shoot a boomerang when landing a critical hit. Oh, why not? And once again, like, this is sending the worst message possible, because you keep hearing about the stuff, and you keep hearing about sentences that go down more and more, and the only message it's sending is that, well, I mean, that's not, I mean, I don't know. I can't even think about what has to go in your head to even do something like this. I don't know. I don't know if the guy who assaulted the person was actually right in their mind, because I don't think that anybody who's right in their mind can do something like this. But I mean, who knows? Like, I've heard of stuff that it's like you feel like half the population is completely fucking bonkers, So yeah, well, yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, for sure, you kind of have to hope, because otherwise this doesn't look good, but... But you know, like that's what I was saying earlier. It also drives people mad, because it's like, I feel like a lot of people probably share this feeling that every time you go out, and you actually, you don't even have to go out of your home, you know, but it feels like the lottery. You could happen to meet some criminal's path for whatever reason, and whatever could happen to you, and you could get scarred for life, and the person who did it to you would get something meaningless or nothing. And this is not a reassuring thought to have. You know? So yeah, that's why when I try to confront these drug dealers and stuff, you know, most people must think I'm crazy, because I'm on my own. There's 4 dudes. They could come out with knives or whatever. If they are underage, they literally fear nothing, because once I don't know. Once again, I don't know how it works in the US, but in France, underage people they cannot be prosecuted as adults. Therefore, they can be sentenced as adults. So if you are 16 years old and you kill someone, nothing happens to you, pretty much. And underage people in the last 10 years have started to understand this very much more, and you keep hearing about underage people assaulting other people, committing crimes, driving drunk, selling drugs, blah blah. I mean, you name it, and they are never sentenced because they are underage. And it's another thing that drives people mad, because it keeps happening more and more and more and more and more. And so yeah, every time nowadays, every time you cross paths with an underage person who looks sus, anything could happen, pretty much. So like, can you imagine living with that on a daily basis? That's well, you can't, so you know, you have to try and take it out of your system, but sometimes it's not easy, for sure. Oh, well, my life bar was so low. Really? Dang. All right. We've got an hour and a half. At best, probably. I'm well aware of your potential. I still can't tell. I mean, am I the only one here seeing, like, well, I'm not sure actually, but does this guy have like dead chickens for hair or some sort of things like that? But you being this good is beyond my wildest expectation. Well, I mean, I'm not... Anyway, I'm glad to see our efforts have paid off. That being said, the job soon will get tougher. And I asked Nico to make some upgrades to your mech. Huh, you can check them out in the mecha room. Okay. I hope she didn't get too creative on these. Well, is this not because I'm not succeeding that you made those upgrades? Mecha upgrade. Oh, smashing fist charges +1. Well, why not? Oh, I didn't think about that. I can't help seeing, you know, chicken legs or pigeon legs or something like that instead. But you might be right. There's nothing more pleasing than transforming garbage into art. I'm sure I can think of a few other things that are more pleasing than that, but... Oh, well, I don't have any of these, so... Dum-dee-doo. Like the temperature outside and inside has stayed almost the exact same all night long. And now it's close to 7 a.m. and there's not a tiny beat of air movement. Oof. Oh. I was confused about the lack of music. Thought the entire audio had gone out. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if I was gonna like the spear, because I'm not the biggest spear fan, but... Okay. It's lacking in pure damage, but... It's making it up in range. Oi! Oh! Let's go. Yeah. Also, I haven't seen the mother dove coming. I mean, part of my blind is... actually, I probably should open it at this point. Part of my blind was closed to keep the kiddos from being hit by my daylight light bulb right in the face. Give me a second. Oh man, there are a couple cicadas literally attached to my outside wall out of out of my balcony, and the two kiddos are awake. They must be waiting for their mom actually. All right. Oh. I mean, I guess there's only a very small selection of weapons in this game, though, compared to Dead Cells. Not saying it's bad, but you can't really have the surprise of what you're gonna find next. What the? Oh. You start with one. Ooh. That sounded brutal. Energy tank plus 200. Wait, what is this following me? Oh, allow spike core maximum bounce, maybe? I'm not sure. The spot where the sun hits between the trees. Alpha radiation. Oops. Oh yeah, things that fly through the walls. Gotta love that. Well, granted, my weapon. What the heck was that? Okay. Well, never mind, I guess. Huh. Wait. The wall does have a gap, but the first one was coming sideways from the upper platform, so it didn't really apply. Oh, okay. Now this one feels pretty brutal. I have no idea. Well, I guess the spike core 2 is probably the same thing that, yeah. Okay. Ah. The door again. Are they gonna spoil the next, Oh. Okay, never mind. Alright, Borzol. Yeah, so far it's cool. Obviously I haven't been like 100% focused on the games. We probably haven't seen much of it, but it's definitely enjoyable to play, for sure. And don't let the crazy ways of the worlds get to you, Borzol. But yeah, thanks for watching and hanging out. Nonetheless, have a good night, sweet dreams. And remember to stay hydrated. I think I'm gonna say that the entire summer, which I guess it's true all year long, but who are you? There's nothing left for you, and I have no idea where the exit is. I haven't even heard of this name. I've been working hard since I was dispatched here. I not only promoted garbage classification, but also took all the work of the disposal facility. I think I've never done anything wild, but why? Those strange faces, strange names. What happened? I really don't understand. I don't know if I should leave, but where else can I go? And Eric took my battery. I can't work anymore. Who would want a useless recycle engineer? Okay. So that's gonna be like side missions. This black screen is a little scary without nothing happening in it. Oh boy. Dang. This thing is cool. I like it. Whoa. Gruesome. Do 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 do. Oi. The one time I found a secret room, I didn't realize I was hitting it, so I have no idea if there's a way to tell ahead of time if you're supposed to find something or not. Alright, so you need to be careful about this guy, because you can't run into the saw. Okay. Dang! And this guy has no life bar, so you can't see how close you are. There you go. Ah, finally, one of those crystals. 200 HP. Okay, good. Ooh, I didn't realize the way the lighting is working here. Right, throw a circle of spikes after killing an enemy. Let's go with this one. Spike core level 2. Attack damage plus 20%. Yeah, I guess I'll do that. Boink. Oh, shit. That was something for 10. Attack damage plus 30%. So let's do this one as well. What? This was the same one? Oh my gosh. I see one of the kiddos' head from here, because they look just like their parent. I think they're reaching their full size probably pretty soon. Yeah, and they're a lot more alert as well. Aha. Alright, so in-game shop. So I could be buying the exact same weapon. Okay. Nanite matrix, hexahedral receptacle for nanites that accelerates evolution for robots. This evolution is risky and inherently unstable. Well, I mean, this sounds interesting. Not sure what it's supposed to do. That's the thing. Yeah, and that's all I can do. Oh, okay. That was a dead end. Well, let's go back there for now. Oh boy. Whoa! Enemies don't even have time to show up on the map. Oh shit. Fusion crystal, a cloud energy crystal formed from a fusion reaction. Damn, those levels are big! Holy crap! Okay, so that's one of those. Okay, so that's the boss room. I reached that room earlier, but then I died. Spike core damage plus 15% each time it hits an enemy. Ah. Oh, these. That's what. Okay, that's what I bought. 10 of these. Okay. Freaking mosquito. I think one of them is cleaning itself, while the other one is standing guard. Or maybe they've seen one of their parents, maybe. There's nothing here. What the... what? Wait. What was that? Why would they create this if there's nowhere in it? If there's... oh, shh. Yeah, something happened here. There was the same sound. Oh. Oh. Wait. What the heck? There definitely was something, goddamn. I think I missed it though. Wait, what's the button to interact? Yeah, I think I missed something here. Huh. Well, here comes the boss. With half a life bar. Right, I can't go anywhere else. So that's the boss they showed earlier in the in this memory kind of thing. Oof. Oh, creeps. Yeah, he's gonna become invincible here as long as he's gold like this. Oh yeah, and then you have to avoid shit around him. This is not the strongest weapon of them all, so... Oh, well, yeah. Oh, and I probably could have teleported... Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that. Probably could have teleported... I think there was a box with another weapon. Old man, don't... feels good. What is happening? Oh yeah, probably brought the... Yeah, the... Mechanics head, what was it? View catalogs. Oh. Oh, nice. Okay, never mind. So much for... There aren't that many weapons in the game. I mean, that's still... I don't think that's anything compared to Dead Cells, but... Not everybody has to have 120 weapons or... something like that. Ooh, blind katana. Practice sword. What the actual goddamn is this? A rage poster. A keyboard. Manufactured as a saw, I guess. So what is that exactly? Oh, the upgrades you can... The in-game upgrades, I guess. Okay. Oh, nice. That's a bestiary. 90 different enemies. Well, there you go. There's a lot to see that we haven't seen. Ah, that's neat. They put that in the game. Whoa. Oh, okay, so these must be like a tree of permanent upgrades then, yeah, with different levels. Okay, nice. So, retrieval, seed money, fight memory, strenuous training, weapon skill damage plus 5%, attack damage plus 5%, born with 40 script, chance to get item at base door. Max HP plus 20, yes. Damn, you can upgrade this one 10 times. Man, this reminds me, I really need to go back to Dead Zone Rogue when I can play the PS5 again. Restore 5 HP when activating evolution abilities. That sounds neat. Get a nanite matrix after killing a boss. I mean... HP restore plus 10%. Well, let's go full on that. Okay. Hey, listen, you fool! Look where the hell you took me. Damn, today's really not my day. Forget it. Got out of that hell at least. As a reward, you can have this chip. Why is the screen like this? I'm not really sure what it's used for. I've just had it with me ever since I regained consciousness. I heard a voice in my mind just now. Anyway, take it. I'm having a bit of a headache. Okay. Okay, so that's the chip for a new mecha. Doody doody doo. Ooh, okay. A female assassin of an unknown origin, clad in purple armor, she wields a pair of giant blades and masters the power of quantum. She roams the battlefield like a purple phantom, confusing enemies with her wits. Can I? Insufficient pure nanite? How much do you need? Wait, unlocked 0 out of 100? What? I just realized there is a highest alert stat here. I have no idea what it means. But that's fine. We'll find out eventually. I want to ask things from others. It's not in my program. I got 18 points, so I can't do anything with it. Still can't. Gold to me is like channel number 5 to Marilyn Monroe. Store service. Place an energy station in factory area of Dulce base. Not sure what this means, but at your service. Will he talk to me if I turn off the TV? I guess not. Oh, he was here? I'm not sure where Wade was talking from. Oh my god. Wow. Thing is deadly. I mean, it's kind of expected, but boxing hole. The fuck is that? You're the client she was talking about, right? A virus. Oh, it's quite audacious to make deals with you. Anyway, I have to warn you, me and she, well, I mean Mr. She, no matter what he had promised to you, it has nothing to do with me. He's just a middleman. If it isn't so hard to do business these days, whatever. I'm not on his side. Don't bother me. What have I done to you, sir? Well, I mean, I don't have any kind of significant money anyway. Ah. Okay. No health refill. It's not a door you can get into, this one. Ooh. Oh boy. Oh my gosh. Obliterating these enemies. Wink. Based on skill type, cooldown minus 2 seconds or energy plus 10 after killing an enemy. After using mecha skill, weapon skill damage plus 50% for 3 seconds. Get this one. Ooh. When using cooldown weapons, 20% chance to skip cooldown after using weapon skill. When using energy weapon, max energy plus 20. We'll get this one. Belligerence level 1. Attack has a 20% chance to grant a tier of belligerence. Each tier grants attack damage plus 5%. Ooh. I can unlock. Oh, so you need to unlock them for. Wait, no, actually, am I not supposed to have unlocked it already? That's what I don't understand. I'm not sure how this works. Another door. Another door, another dimension, another day with the sun in my head. Oh, well, this guy again. Yeah, I don't have the battery though. Actually, so I need to see. There was HP, but I think there was also more power. Boosts. Oh, boost 50 max HP. Like. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Oh shit. Don't. Oh, I have exactly 66. Equip weapon. Wait. Gacha box. Oh boy. Wait, so what was that exactly? Was that supposed to do something? Here is her. I'm not playing demos. I'm playing the full release for Oblivion Override. See that? It says games and demos. I don't really understand why everybody thinks that when you set your category to games and demos, you necessarily play demos. Oh boy. I did play the demo for this game actually. That was I don't know, 1 or 2 weeks ago. Where I was doing one of these Steam Next Fest streams. And yeah, I stumbled on this one, was completely unaware of this game, and was actually very pleasantly surprised. So I bought the full game. Damn it. Whoop-de-doo. Yeah, also, if you haven't seen the Nightbot message, my local electricity provider is going to do maintenance work from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. But the power cut completely at around 4 a.m. So if it happens again, the stream will not resume. I mean, not that I'm going to stream much longer today, but because I need to stop before the the cut happens. It's a game that is very much in the same vein as Dead Cells, but in a more slash mech futuristic way, I guess. But the way the rooms are laid out definitely reminds me of Dead Cells. And it has, you know, that same kind of roguelike slash permanent upgrades progression as well. Oh, so it's this room again. Okay, so what am I supposed to do here? Okay. Damn, I think I missed it. I've been here before. There's definitely something to do, but I'm confused as to what. Oh, there you go. But I guess you need the lights on. Well, you need the lights. Except I destroyed them, so that is not gonna work. You. God. My first time using this this weapon. Some of the hits are brutal. What the heck is that thing over the Y button? I have no idea. Oh, this maybe? I'm gonna try this one, I guess. Because it looks badass. Ooh, dash charges, yes. And that's it. No, okay. I don't know what this means. Oh, that's a buff. So this is a box where I can swap my weapons here, but nah. Wait, what? Oh. Can I go back there and get the heart refill? No. Do 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 do. Alright, boss time. I have even less life than the previous runs. We'll see how this goes. This is the first true boss, and this is only my second encounter. Oof. Oh shit. Yeah. It's probably 2 hits that I have. Creeps. Oh yeah, 2 hits. Ugh. Oh no! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oi! Let's go! First boss defeated. Well. Noise? Okay. What is this? Laser saber. Unlock 1 new DNA. New specialty unlocked. Dual. Low HP results in more attack damage and skill damage, increasing up to 80, 120, 160% when your quality level is 1, 2, 3. Canada beats South Africa 1-0. Damn. So they're on to the next round at this point. Enhanced. I mean, I'll take enhanced. Alright. I guess this is gonna be a new area in the game. Man. The room hasn't even cooled down tonight. What the heck is this? Thou, the unknown one, have interrupted my training. Be gone betimes. Keep your distance. Dash through the tube. Wait. Oh. It was too far. Whoa. What the hell is even going on here? What? Damn, one hit? Something tells me... Oh yeah, okay. Very interesting look to this second stage, gotta say. Oh, the enemies move with the tubes as well? Oh yeah. Damn, the design is awesome here. Definitely reminds you of Sonic. You can go one way but not the other. Damn. Holy crap. And that's a very unusual layout. Oh boy. NPC? Hacker? Virus? Whatever. I don't know why you're here, but trust me, everything you've done is just vain attempt. Anyone who goes deep in here would not survive. Let alone a virus like you. Well, I'll prove you otherwise. I guess, or I'm gonna try at least. Ouch! Oops. There's a new enemy in town. Oh boy! What the? I mean, I don't have much left for life, but we can still try. Oh boy. Yeah. Ah. Oh dang. And then you respawn at your base camp. These are just stats. Oh yeah. I need to activate the third mecha. I don't know how much you need though. I guess you only find out when you do it. So let's do it. And that was a 100. Alright, I'm gonna continue with the same one so far. Oh yeah, actually I'll continue with the same one next time, more precisely. Oh, I didn't realize there was a camera watching over you here. 27. Alright, so we can have the silver dagger or the monoglaive. Okay. I need 3, I think, for the next one. Yep. Ah! Here you are. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm sure you feel sick indeed. I was wondering what this thing was. Attack damage, weapon skill damage. Go with this one. Always get 10% extra weapon experience. Alright, well I guess I've seen every NPC right now. Yeah, let me check something on the mech base again. I guess you need to use them to discover the features. All right. A cool game so far. Definitely like it. I play more, but yeah, I just want to make sure I can do some stuff before they cut the power here. So I am gonna have to stop the stream here.